Once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away, there lived a little tailor. He was a simpleton who spent his days sitting by his window sewing. One day, it so happened that while the tailor was spreading jam on his bread, the sun shone through the window, making the jam sparkle. Flies, attracted by the bright light, came and sat on the bread, and just as the tailor was about to eat, they started buzzing around him. In a moment of swift action, the tailor picked up his belt and with one bold strike, he killed 7 flies at once. Ha, ha, he laughed. I am indeed a powerful fellow. I can kill 7 flies at one blow. Feeling proud, the tailor made a belt emblazoned with the words 7 at one blow, and set off on an adventure to show off his strength. Now, you must understand that the tailor wasn't a very intelligent fellow, and that's why he put those big words on his belt. Otherwise, he would have known that people would assume he was boasting about his ability to kill 7 men at once rather than flies. As fate would have it, the tailor didn't walk far when he came across a giant. The giant, who was known for his incredible strength, looked at the tailor's belt and scoffed. So you think you are strong? You can kill 7 men with one blow? Well, let me crush this stone in my hand, and then you can try to impress me with your strength. The giant picked up a large stone and started squeezing it. The tailor watched intently. After some time, the giant said, "All right, now it's your turn. Take this stone and squeeze it into water like I did." The tailor took the stone and started squeezing it. Now, despite the tailor's small size, he had a clever mind. So while the giant wasn't paying attention, he secretly pulled out a piece of cheese from his pocket, put it in his hand, and started squeezing that instead. To his surprise and delight, water started dripping out of the cheese. The giant was completely taken aback. He couldn't believe his eyes. "How is this possible? How did you turn the stone into water?" he asked in astonishment. The tailor, with a mischievous grin, replied, "Oh, it's just my magic touch. You see, I'm a magician, not just a simple tailor." The giant was amazed by the tailor's supposed magic, and they decided to test it further. The giant crushed a flower in his hand and asked the tailor to restore it. The tailor waved his magic wand, and poof, the flower was back in full bloom. They repeated this several times with different objects until the giant was convinced that the tailor was indeed a powerful magician. News of the tailor's bravery spread to the kingdom, and the king summoned him to his court. The king told the tailor about the terrible giants and wild beasts that were terrorizing the kingdom and offered him a deal. "If you can defeat these giants and bring me their heads, I will give you half the kingdom and my daughter's hand in marriage." The tailor, eager for adventure and not wanting to disappoint the king, accepted the challenge. He went out into the forest to find the giants and wild beasts, and wherever he went, he used his clever mind and quick thinking to outsmart them. He tricked the giants into doing his bidding, and when faced with wild beasts, he calmed them down with his soothing voice. Finally, after much effort, he returned to the kingdom with the heads of the giants, and the king kept his promise. He gave the tailor half the kingdom and the princess's hand in marriage. The once ordinary tailor was now a hero, a legend in the kingdom, and all because he wasn't afraid to stand up against the giants and use his wit to outsmart them. Once upon a time, there was a little tailor who lived in a kingdom far, far away. The tailor was a brave and adventurous soul who loved to explore the world beyond his little tailor shop. One day, while on an adventure, the tailor stumbled upon a magical genie who granted him 3 wishes. The tailor, being a wise and thoughtful individual, took his time to consider his wishes. "My first wish," he said, "is to have a deep understanding of all the world's mysteries." The genie waved his magic wand and poof, the tailor was instantly transformed into a wise old man who knew the answers to all the universe's mysteries. But the tailor soon realized that with great knowledge comes great responsibility. He spent his days sharing his wisdom with those who sought him out, guiding them on their own paths to enlightenment. And what happened next? Find out in the next part of the story. Stay tuned for more adventures of the tailor.